Pretend to be my husband for 30 days. The billionaire offered him $10 million. The billionaire placed the contract on the table and pushed it toward him. 30 days, she said. The young man stared at her. 30 days of pretending to be your husband? She nodded. And you'll pay me $10 million? Yes. He almost laughed. But the billionaire wasn't smiling. There was something desperate in her eyes. Something she was trying very hard to hide. And that was when he realized this wasn't really about a fake marriage. It was about something much bigger. Daniel had never imagined that one ordinary evening would completely change his life. He was sitting alone in a small apartment, staring at unpaid bills spread across his kitchen table. Rent was overdue. His old car needed repairs. And his mother's medical expenses were becoming impossible to manage. He had spent the last 3 years working every job he could find, but somehow the money disappeared faster than he could earn it. Then his phone rang. Is this Daniel? Yes. This is Victoria Hart. Daniel froze. Everyone knew Victoria Hart. She was one of the youngest billionaires in the country. She owned hotels, technology companies, luxury properties and several private investments. Daniel couldn't understand why someone like her would be calling him. I need to meet you, Victoria said. Why? I'll explain when you arrive. I don't think I can afford whatever you're selling. This isn't a business proposal. There was a pause. Please come. An hour later, Daniel walked into one of the most luxurious penthouses he had ever seen. Everything looked expensive. The marble floor. The enormous windows overlooking the city. The crystal chandelier hanging above them. Victoria stood beside the window wearing an elegant black dress. She looked calm. But her hands were trembling. Sit down, she said. Daniel sat. Victoria placed a folder in front of him. Open it. He did. The first page contained a marriage agreement. Daniel looked up. What is this? I need you to pretend to be my husband for 30 days. He stared at her. You're joking. I've never been more serious. Why me? Victoria slowly sat across from him. Because you're the only man I know who won't be impressed by my money. Daniel frowned. You don't even know me. I know more than you think. She pushed another document toward him. Daniel looked at it. His entire debt history was there. His mother's hospital bills. His rent. His car loan. Everything. His expression hardened. You investigated me. I had to. And what exactly do you want from me? My grandfather left one condition in his will. Victoria took a breath. If I don't marry before my 30th birthday, control of the family company goes to my uncle. Daniel understood. So this is about the company. Partly. What happens after 30 days? You walk away with $10 million. Daniel looked at the contract again. 10 million. Enough to change his family's life forever. But something didn't feel right. What aren't you telling me? Victoria's eyes dropped. My uncle doesn't believe I'll actually marry anyone. Daniel waited. He has been trying to take control of my company for years. If I suddenly appear with a husband, he'll investigate you. And if he discovers you're pretending. She stopped. Daniel finished the sentence. He'll destroy me. Victoria nodded. Daniel leaned back. You're asking me to risk my life for $10 million. No. She looked directly into his eyes. I'm asking you to risk 30 days. Daniel accepted. But he had conditions. No intimacy. Victoria nodded. No controlling me. Agreed. No lying to my family about anything that could put me in danger. She hesitated. Then nodded. And one more thing. What? If this becomes dangerous, the deal ends. Victoria extended her hand. Agreed. They shook hands. Neither of them knew they had just made the biggest mistake of their lives. Or perhaps the best decision. The next morning, Daniel moved into Victoria's mansion. Her family was waiting. Her uncle looked at him from head to toe. "This is your husband?" Victoria smiled. "Yes." Daniel smiled politely. "Nice to meet you." Her uncle didn't smile back. "I hope you understand what you've married into." Daniel looked at him. "I think I'll learn." That answer immediately irritated him. The family dinner became a battlefield disguised as a celebration. Questions came from every direction. Where did Daniel meet Victoria? What did he do? Where was his family? How much money did he have? Daniel answered calmly. But then Victoria's cousin leaned forward. "You don't look like someone who belongs here." The room went silent. Daniel looked at him. "Maybe that's why she chose me." Victoria almost smiled. For the first time that evening, she looked genuinely relieved. The fake marriage continued. They attended business meetings together. Charity events. Family dinners. Public appearances. They held hands whenever cameras were nearby. They smiled for photographs. They even learned how to dance together. But something unexpected happened. Daniel began seeing the woman behind the billionaire. Victoria wasn't cold. She wasn't arrogant. She was lonely. She ate dinner alone most nights. She secretly visited a children's shelter. She remembered the names of every employee in her company. And every Sunday, she visited her late mother's grave. Daniel slowly began falling for her. And Victoria was falling for him too. Neither wanted to admit it. Because their relationship had started with a contract. Then, on the 18th day, everything changed. Daniel discovered a hidden document inside Victoria's father's old study. It revealed that Victoria's uncle had been secretly stealing millions from the company. Worse, he was planning to blame Victoria for the losses. Daniel took the document to her. "We have a problem." Victoria read it. Her face went pale. "This can't be real." "It is." She looked at him. "How did you find this?" "I was looking for your grandfather's original will." Victoria stared at him. "You're actually trying to protect me." Daniel smiled. "You're my wife, remember?" She whispered. "Only pretending." Daniel's smile disappeared. "Yeah." Neither of them said anything else. That night, Daniel discovered something even worse. Victoria's uncle knew their marriage was fake. He had known from the beginning. And he had evidence. He confronted Daniel privately. "You have two choices," the man said. "Leave Victoria immediately and take whatever money she gives you." Daniel stared at him. "Or you disappear." Daniel clenched his fists. "You're threatening me." "I'm warning you." Daniel walked away. But he didn't tell Victoria. Instead, he decided to protect her. On the final day of the 30-day agreement, Victoria called Daniel into her office. She placed the original contract on the table. "The 30 days are over." Daniel nodded. "So I guess this is goodbye." Victoria looked at him. "Yes." She slid a check toward him. $10 million. Daniel didn't touch it. Victoria's eyes filled with tears. "Why aren't you taking it?" "Because I don't want payment." "For what?" Daniel looked at her. "For loving you." Victoria froze. Daniel continued. "I came here because I needed money. But somewhere along the way, you stopped being a contract." Victoria stood. "You're serious?" "I've never been more serious." She walked toward him. "What if I told you I don't want a fake husband anymore?" Daniel smiled. "Then what do you want?" Victoria took the contract, tore it in half and dropped the pieces into the trash. "I want my real husband." Daniel stared at her. Then he pulled her into his arms. For the first time, there were no cameras. No family. No contract. No $10 million. Just two people who had entered a fake marriage and accidentally found something real. 3 months later, Victoria's uncle was exposed. The stolen money was recovered. Victoria kept control of the company. Daniel used none of the $10 million. Instead, Victoria surprised him with something else. A small house outside the city. You bought me a house. No. She smiled. I bought us a home. Daniel laughed. And what about the contract? Victoria stepped closer. There is one more contract. Daniel raised an eyebrow. What contract? She pulled a small ring box from behind her back. This one. Daniel opened it. Inside was a wedding ring. Victoria looked into his eyes. This time, no pretending. Daniel smiled. Deal. And the man who had once agreed to pretend to be a billionaire's husband for 30 days finally realized something worth more than $10 million. Sometimes the greatest fortunes aren't found in a bank account. They're found in the person who chooses you when they have nothing to gain from loving you.